I've been on my grind, as a late. They wanna copy, but they know they can't trace me. No, I don't fold, you can't break me.
Fake ass bitch, you fake ass. Like, they was going in. Friends outside of this. So I want you to know, I was like, if anybody, I'm gonna split the money with you. I was like, if I was to win, I'm splitting the money with you. You know what's so crazy to me, right? And like, I don't wanna be like the messy person, right? For after production, right? But it's always fun. I love a little mess, a little
sprinkle.
dash. Tabitha is getting so much flack for how they were presented on the show, right? And while everybody had an edit, there is some truth to an edit, right? So the way that they moved on the show was, excuse my language, I'm gonna fuck over everybody because I'm gonna go full throttle at this. Like, I want this money. That's a person that's hungry but will do any and everything for money, right? I feel like with people, how they're treating them outside of the show, it's like, I feel for Tabitha a little bit, only because I'm like, I get it. Like, I understand it. It's a lot.
I was about to say that.
It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, but it's like, not only is it the outside people, but it's also the cast. Like, there are some castmates who, you know, is not going to get no life on my interview, but there is some castmates, no shade, but there's some castmates that, like, talk about Tabitha outside the show. And it's like, yo, we've all come to a conclusion that we only gonna talk about Tabitha and how Tabitha was on the show. So outside of the show don't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? But again, people in their minds and their hearts and their emotions, and it's like, why are you still coming for somebody? Why are you still talking about somebody's character, but outside the show? Just talk about it from the show. So to be honest with you, like, yo, I felt for Tabitha. I was like, yo, I get it. Like, and are we friends? No. Is that my type of person?
It's a human emotion.
But it's
okay, everything is an edit. They're gonna dramatize everything for TV. They're gonna get the most drama out of it that they absolutely can. So it's like, while there may be a little bit of truth for that they have a life outside of it. It's like, how mad can we be when people know they were coming on here to play a game? And honestly, when you watch these kind of shows these days, you're completely right. Everybody has a stereotype. You have to fit that role that they want you in. We're casting her because she gonna give us a little flavor. We're casting her because everyone's gonna hate her. We're casting them because they're gonna make some mess in the house. You know, so that I feel you on that. It's like, the game, the show is the show, the game is the game. But after that, just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. You know, and I don't know, I'm moving all around, but that was like my biggest thing or whatever. Because to be honest with you, I hated my edit. Hated it because my edit made it seem as though I was like the most horrible friend ever.
They did you dirty, girl.
They did me dirty. I was like, damn, did I do something?
My homegirl was like, why she do that, Kai? I was like, girl, I said, let it play out.
I trust my girl.
Just let it play out. It's a TV show now.
Yeah, no, oh shit, that was mine. Oh, I thought that was your foot. But yeah, no, literally, because so I'm gonna go into two parts, right? So I feel like, yes, did I get a bad edit? Horrible. Like, to the point where when I watched it, I'm like, I didn't even say that. I didn't even do that. That wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying? But watching it, I had to also be like, this is TV. This is what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, as long as the people around you know you and the people that you love know you, who cares what anybody think? Even so, yo, if y'all really think about it, to be honest, man, why would Linda even pick me to split the money? Linda is a smart, intelligent woman. Why would she split the money with somebody who she feel as though, if that was the case, that she been playing me? So you think that she just ditzy the whole time and don't see that somebody's playing her?
Right.
No. The real reason why she split the money with me is because I actually showed her, like, this is a sisterhood. We gonna be friends outside of this. This don't mean nothing. We gonna play this game. I'm gonna have your back regardless of what happens. If I go back to camp, if you go back to camp, and regardless of what, it's me and you. I told her, and I had a conversation with her before, I think this was when I first got voted into the house. I told her, well, no, not first. It was some part. At some point, we was sitting in the bed, because that was a lot too. Like, every time we woke up, they showed us to be like, we was beefing every day we woke up. Like,
yeah, they did. I was like, they didn't say good morning.
What? When I tell you, we would be laughing, joking. Girl, how you slept? Girl, I slept good. Talking, chatting, but it's like, you want to put two black women against each other. I feel you. I feel you. At the same time, I had a conversation with her, and I said, yo, Linda, I said, I want you to know that it's me and you to the end. And she was like, really? And I'm like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, we gonna be friends outside of this. So I want you to know, I was like, if anybody, I'm gonna split the money with you. I was like, if I was to win, I'm splitting the money with you. And she was like, no, don't do that. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, because you have showed me a different part of myself that I didn't know about, or that I didn't be conscious to. And that is like also having a heart sometimes, because sometimes I'm full throttle, but it's like on certain decisions, and it wasn't to have a heart towards her, because I had a heart towards her. I had a soft spot for Linda, but to everybody else, like I had to think with my heart at some moments, because I was going, everybody's thinking with their emotions.
Right.
So at some point, I gotta be like, hey, I'm soft, guys. I'm soft too.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So, but I told her that, and she was like, no, don't do that. And people are going, I get the most questions I get is, would you have split the money? Of course, because I told her way before she even thought about it.
Right.
And everybody hasn't gone and asked Linda that question, because if they ask Linda, she gonna tell them, well, she actually told me that way before I even thought about it. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, like, man, you know, you are gonna get an edit, but I feel like I hated my edit. At the same time, I had to own up to it. And I had to be like, well, shit, I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean in now. And you know, I feel like I'm jumping, but the show has, my biggest worry before the show came out was, as long as my character is who I need it to be, like, as long as somebody doesn't like change my character or make me look like something that I'm not, I'm good, because my character is all I got. Like, I know who I am. So when the show came out, when I tell you God did just that, he was like, oh, I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna test your character. Are you still gonna be you? Are you still gonna be confident? Are you still gonna be strong? Are you gonna break? Like, I need to, because you wanna go into this field, so now let me test your character.
But let me ask you this. Do you feel like, because you've been in front of the camera, you've been on your grind, like on social media, putting your content out, how do you feel like that has prepared you to, like, do you feel like that gave you an edge when you were going in on the show? Yes, it did, because once I got on the show, I was just like, I don't even see these cameras. Like, because now I'm like, I'm fine with just being myself. I don't have to play a character. Right.
So I feel like a lot of people, when they go on shows, they turn it up a notch of who they are and put a little extra dash on it and be like, oh no, I'm this, oh no, I'm this.
Right.
Or they fall into what production wants you to be.
Exactly.
Right? So I went in going, I'm gonna be myself. I don't care what this is. I'm gonna be myself. That's why in my confessionals, everybody loved my confessionals. That's why they used a lot of my sound bites, because just like how I am.
Funny as shit.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like that's a good thing to know. Like, when a woman is funny, because you don't get a lot of women that's funny. And I feel like when you find a woman that's funny, you be like, yo, you gotta hold on to her. You know what I'm saying?
You funny as shit. Cutting up in them confessionals. You know what I'm saying?
But and that was my favorite part, because that's me on live.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that. I'm like, I'm used to talking shit and just being like, all right, I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna do this. But one thing about me, and that was the difference between me and Tab, was that anything I said in a confessional, I said it to your face.
Yeah, you did.
That was the only thing.
You told them off.
Yeah.
With them toothbrushes, girl.
When I tell you.
Hey, I'm going to take these toothbrushes, but you're going to hear something today.
Right. When I tell you, so much was going through my mind at that moment. That's why when it first happened, I was calm. Because to be honest with you, like, Lellies, like I always say, it's like stage me and then there's real me, right? So Lellies is the person that's like, I am about my business. I'm working. I'm going to be, I'm going to be smart about what I say. but I'm going to still be myself. I'm going to still be bright. Selena be like, you want to fight? What's up? Like stop playing with me for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, Lellies was talking at first, and I was just like, it's funny that you say, and that's how it was going. And then it transitioned, like, I know, you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck. It's like, it completely went to the end. It was more to the argument, but I feel like I played it safe, because I was going, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, she's against the LGBTQ plus community. And it's like, no, I'm not against nobody.
They're just pissing me off right now.
This bitch is pissing me off. Like, they really coming for me right now, and you think I'm dumb. One thing I hate is that don't play me like I'm stupid. Don't do that.
That's the one thing that is guaranteed to tick. Like, do not. You think you slick. I hate when somebody think they slick and you think I'm stupid. Ooh. And now I'm about to get you.
I'm about to get you. Like, don't play in my face. Don't do that. Just be real with me, because the only thing that I respect is being real. And the only thing real about Tabitha was Tabitha only got Tabitha's back, and I respected that. I said, I get it.
Get it. Their game. Do what you gotta do.
That's it. I get it. But at the same time, I'm just like, don't play me while you're trying to do that, though. Keep it real.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Like, for real.
You gonna play your game, I'm gonna play mine.
Exactly.
But keep it cute, sis.
Keep it cute. That's exactly how I felt. Keep it freaking cute. And even with that, they was like, oh, Lellies wasn't selfless at all. But I took those toothbrushes back. So y'all ain't seen me take them toothbrushes back? You know how rough it was not to brush your teeth? And we was in camp for longer than what was filmed.
So camp was really camp.
Oh my God. So, okay, this is an easy way to put it. I went in at 1:45. I came back home at 1:25. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You know, it's crazy because I work in production, but I'm like, it's no way production is really just standing there watching these people starve.
What? Somebody, I'm not going to say nobody names. Somebody got a bladder infection. Somebody got a yeast infection. What? Somebody got an eye infection. It was a lot going on. What? People was constipated. We couldn't shit. It was so bad.
Who ate that menu rice and beans? Like, bitch, can I get some spinach?
Girl, nothing. We only could eat that. And they was like, oh, when they turned the cameras on, they probably could eat. No, we couldn't. And even so, if we were away, we would probably be eating like cold rice and beans because we couldn't cook it. So we had to get it, and they had to heat it up and bring it to us, and it was cold.
Okay, so where was did production have quarters in the house?
No, not in the house, no. But like we were all like surrounded by like security and stuff like that. So like they were all around the location just in case, like if anything happened to us.
Yeah, because animals and shit.
Exactly. We had to be like briefed because it was like scorpions, all of that. They didn't show. Oh my God.
Scorpions.
Yes, it was a scene. They didn't put the scene in, but there was a scene that me and Linda was like tanning, and we went and like grabbed our, mind you, we was in camp, but we're tanning in camp. But we grabbed our towels and we put them down on the floor, and before we could put them down, one of the guys was like, oh, it's a scorpion, hold on. I was like, a scorpion? That little thing was like this big. I'm like, this little thing could kill you?
Every time I hear scorpions, I think of the Mummy, the original Mummy.
Literally.
Was there scorpions in there?
Wait.
It was like
a spider. No.
They
I think
had
it was a scorpion.
I don't know, but I be thinking.
Yes.
I don't know.
They wasn't big though. It was like a small one, and they didn't kill it. They just like put it in a little cup and like put it somewhere else. I was like, listen.
Everything you can't kill bugs when they're in the environment. I get it, but you come in my house, bitch. You know what it is.
I'm stomping you out.
You know what time it is.
Stomping you out.
Light of day.
Right. Oh my gosh, but yeah, it was horrible. The rice and beans was horrible, especially in the beginning because the guys was making it. It was horrible. But if you ask any of the castmates, I don't know if they, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but I made the best rice. So once I made it, they was like, yo, Lellies making the rice. Because, you know, I made the rice with a little kong at the bottom. Okay. They don't know nothing about kong. I'm like, let me put y'all on. But they was eating that, and then it got better. I think at one point, one of the castmates went out into like the forest and they found like thyme and like rosemary. So I was able to put it in a rice, and we like, all right, tastes like a little flavor in here.
Boy Scout.
Right? So I was like, come on now.
Fresh herb.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
So that was good, but yeah, camp was horrible. I was constipated for days. Couldn't take a shower. Girls was on their periods out there.
I didn't even think of.
Yep.
There's no.
I was one of them.
Way.
Yep. Ooh, it wasn't easy.
Oh, girl, I'm so
with
sorry.
No shower? I was like, can we have wipes? Something. Like, nothing. I had to use my water
mind. I'm
wet.
thinking about, how did this get greenlit?
Girl, it was horrible. Like, it was really horrible. At some point, I think one of the boys got bit on his butt. I think it was Cisco, got bit on his butt by an ant. Because it was red ants, like, around the circle where we had to use the bathroom. Because it was an outhouse, like, where we had to go. It was horrible. It was bad. That's why I'm like, when we was in Villa, it was good and bad, right? Because when you're in Villa, it feels like at any point, like something could happen or you can get knocked out. So it was more anxiety being in the Villa than being in camp. In camp, you like, listen, I'm here. This is me.
Can't get no worse than this.
My breath stink, but we talking, you know? And I feel like in the Villa, it's like, yes, I'm living lavish and I'm taking trips and I'm in a pool
like,
and I'm tanning.
One more shower just in case.
Right. Oh my God, that was me. That's why when I came in, people was like, I know that's right. I was in there brushing my lashes, cleaning them, because I'm like, it was just, I just felt so dirty. And my hair, I was stressed out.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Girl, I saw this one video.
That's
and
all
they kept
the stuff I be thinking about.
What? I was like, I'm smart for getting braids, but at the same time, I was pissed because I was like, they kept showing Nikki. And Nikki is just to let you know, Nikki is my little ball spot I got. You know what I'm saying? I had it as a kid. I found out literally. I gave her a name.
Nikki. What is going on here?
I gave her a name because I'm like, she's a part of my life. She's never leaving me.
A leave out. I'm really going back in my mind like, Nikki, did I see a Nikki on this show?
No. So it's never growing back. So I had to just live with it. You know what I mean? So I named her Nikki because I'm like, you're a part of my life at this moment.
Hey, Nikki girl.
You know what I'm saying? But I was irritated because I'm like, the more my hair grew out, the more you saw her. And I saw this one video on TikTok. I was dying laughing. This girl was like, I love you, Lellies. But girl, she was on the TV like this, trying to close my braid. You gotta laugh at certain shit. Right. I was like, you know what? You gotta laugh at certain things. Because when I was looking at it the whole time. Like, damn, they could cut that out, put a little black part right there. But it is what it is.
That's funny. Because we be looking at ourselves harsher than anybody else do. Because I didn't even peep that the whole time.
We are our enemies.
I'm going to go back and look for Nikki now.
Right. Like, hold on, let me see. Where was that at?
Was she really there?
Yeah. But it was okay, though.
Okay, so life after the show.
Yes.
Like, what's it like? What's some people doing up in your comments?
Yeah.
How has it affected anything you're doing on your own? Like, how you feeling?
So, like I had said before, like, my character was everything for me, right? Mm-hmm. And I felt like immediately when the show came out, my character was tested. It was like this edit that I got, even so, like, you know, they had showed at the end, like, me saying my speech to Linda, and it was, like, totally different from what I actually said about her. And I'm like, damn, I said something mad sweet about her, and y'all didn't put that in. So it was just like this build off of who I'm a build, at least to be. And it bothered me because obviously from the first drop, I'm getting a happy medium. Like, I'm getting good. I'm getting people that like support me and it's like going hard for me. And then I got some people that's like, oh, you a snake ass bitch, you fake ass. Like, they was going in.
Not up under your comments.
What? Going in. And I said, at some point, I was like, oh, this ain't bothering me. I don't care. And then I'm talking about, I would wake up in the morning and I would grab my phone and it'd be like, but you would never do that for Linda. You are so fat. And I'm just like, damn, I got to read this as soon as I wake up.
I have no lies.
I was like, Jesus. And I always said, like, even before the show came out, I've always stated, like, yo, don't pay attention to social media because it's fake. Like, everybody puts on a persona on social media. It's not really who they are. And then some people just don't know how to, like, they don't know love. They don't know how to be a good person. And sometimes a lot of these people that's especially hiding behind fake pages, they got insecurities. They're not confident within themselves that they got to hide behind a page.
It's projection.
Right. So I knew that beforehand. But when you actually experience it, and I said this too, I was like, oh, well, I reached 100K before the show came out. So I already dealt with trolls. But it wasn't to this magnitude. Yeah. Like, it was like every day, every second, I'm blowing up with notifications nonstop. And it's just like good and bad. But the bad started to like take over me to a point where I had to be like, okay, I got to step back for a second. Like, I remember I had called Linda and I was just like, I'm pissed about my edit, you know, and she helped me out. Like, she talked me through and she was just like, yo, you know, like, you got this, it's okay. Like, people are going to be people, you know what I'm saying? And she's like always like a good soundboard for me. And then right after, you know, like, everybody, what I also had to understand is everybody's going through their own thing, right? So I can't lean on somebody that is also going through, like, Linda has certain things that she was going through, you know what I'm saying, with the show coming out. So I couldn't lean on nobody. So I had to be like, I just need to be around my friends and family. The people that know me, the people that's like, yo, I'm so proud of you.
Bring you back
to bring me back. And, you know, I started to get better. And I was like, okay, I'm good. Like, I got past that part. Then I was like, but what I did was I ignored it. I didn't pay attention to it. So I said, I'm gonna just ignore it. If I ignore it, it'll disappear. I won't have to deal with it. And then I got hit with another thing, which was, I don't know, at one point I just felt alone. Like, I felt like, and I had told Linda this, like, but I was like, I felt alone. Like, I felt like I didn't have nobody that had my back. That was like
during the show?
After the show. I was like, I felt like I didn't have nobody that had my back to be like, yo, like, Lellies is a good person. Like, chill out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or to even show that me and Linda are friends. Even though I'm posting it, everybody's like, oh, but where's Linda? Oh, but where's her appreciation post?
Because I would say, like, even towards the end of the show, I'm like, why is all of a sudden it was just everybody like, oh, I think I'm going to vote Lellies. Oh, I think I'm going to vote her. I'm thinking about her too. I'm just like, what is going on?
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just like, you know, and that was a show, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But outside the show, I'm going, damn, Linda, like, send me a life rack. Like, I need something.
Help.
And I told her this. I was like, yo, I felt like I was getting jumped outside. You in the window like, no, we're friends. Stop. And it's like nobody could hear her or see her.
Yeah.
But we had that conversation, you know, like, that was the thing too. Like, I feel like me and her relationship have grown so much after the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a loss in my family that, like, you know, she was there for me. She was going through things. I've talked to her through things. So, like, this has become, like, practically my sister. You know what I'm saying? And we had a conversation about it because I was just like, damn, I felt alone for a second. And it's like, you wasn't there to, like, save me, you know? And I had to understand that, yo, she was also going through something too. Like, she's also going through the motions of the show, right? So that happened. And then the next thing was, yo, I got into it with one of my castmates. And it was like, all right, like, so this is how you really feel about me. Because it's like people put on a persona. They talk to you one way when it's like me and you, but then when it's around everybody else, they different.
Right.
And I was like, oh, shit. So I thought that we were actually friends when really we wasn't. Really, you didn't like me, but you was just talking to me on the side to be like, oh, I'm inspired by you. Oh, like, yo, you a real person. Oh, you so cool. But really, you was talking about me behind my back. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a hit on me. And it's like, I got into it bad with one of my castmates. So it was like, it was hard for me because I took the higher role. Like, usually I'm the person that's going like, I'm gonna make you feel so small just with my words. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I said, heard you.
Growth.
What?
Growth, because of me.
Girl.
Get it together and take the high road.
Said, what?
I could take us to hell right now. And you
I
don't
could
even
take
know.
us
I could take us under
front
hell.
row seat.
Under hell.
What?
Okay? You see
Oh
what's
my
under there?
gosh. And I said, let me take the higher road. I left with a heard you. And what I had to understand was, man, it's okay to walk away from a situation and not coming out of your character, right? So I felt like I lost, like for a good amount of time.
In a hot second, you feel like you lost.
I felt like I lost, and I can't even say for a hot second. If I'm being honest, it felt like a couple days. I was like, I was going through the motions. I'm talking about anxiety high. Anytime I would see anything, heart was racing, drop. Like when you get that feeling where it's like your stomach drop, I kept getting it every second. Like I was like, it was horrible. And after that, I was like, all right, I'm okay, like I'm good. And I started to like slowly get past it. I said, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just go to the gym, go back to my regular routine. Went to the gym, boom, another thing happens to somebody close to me, not even from the show, somebody close to me testing my character again. So I'm like, hold on. I can't get a break now.
Like, what is going on?
I'm like, God, talk to me. Like at some point, you know what I'm saying? I'm no longer praying like, God, please take this. I'm like, God, you talk to me now. What's happening? We need to sit down right now. And it's crazy because I handled the situation correctly, because what God has shown me is that like, I know how to articulate myself better. I know how to express my emotions better. And not just that, but like, I can also stand on who I am. And it's like, if you don't like that, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And what I've realized is you got to be the villain in somebody's story. Yeah. So that's fine if I'm a villain in your story. I'm fine with that, because in my story, I'm a hero. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know who I am. I know the type of person that I am. I know the type of friend that I am. So when people try to test my character, instead of, you know, I was ignoring it so many times that God was like, no, I need you to notice this. I need you to sit in it, and I need you to acknowledge it so that you can get past that part of knowing yourself. And I feel like that's what he taught me coming from the show, is that like, you have to like know who you are as a person. And because this is only preparation. Like this show was preparation for you. This is not what's going to break, like, you know, take you to the top. Stepping stone. Exactly what I said it was from the beginning. It was at the end, but I started to believe like, oh no, maybe this is my break. Maybe this is, and it was like, no, you putting all your eggs in a basket, which I understand. I get it. You know, you want it, but just like how they say all the time, like God laughs at our plans. Like that's literally what it was. And
you
it was
think
like,
it's gonna happen one way. And it's like, girl,
it's like,
you
no, I got something.
No idea.
You have no idea what I got for you. Like this is nothing. You think that's lit? Okay, watch. You know. So that was it for me.
After going through this experience, going through the show and everything, and your first time on TV, on a streaming platform, that's TV, girl. How did you want that, like, how did you envision that helping you move forward in your career?
So how I envisioned it was like, I felt like this was something that like built my confidence. Like I've always said that I've had confidence, but this really like full force, like put me into where I need to be and how I need to be walking into these rooms. And I feel like moving forward, like this is something that I kind of want to do for other women. Like I kind of want to have like a sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? And like be able to motivate women, not even people, motivate women and like actually push women to be more confident within themselves. Because I feel like a lot of times like we get into these molds and we forget who we are, or sometimes some women don't know their worth. And I feel like that kind of pushed me to be like, I want to do something. So I started a brand, which is Bad Bitches Don't Crease. BBDC abbreviated. Okay. But this is basically like a sisterhood. And what I want to do is I just want to push for like all woman empowerment. Like whatever you have going on, I'm supporting you, you supporting me. I actually have an event coming up soon, which is it's a manifesting event. And I'm going to be doing something where basically like we sip and we manifest. So I'm buying vision boards. I'm going like full throttle into this. And I really just want to like show like this is like we're all here and we're together. You know what I'm saying? In this unity. And I feel like, you know, 2 Black women want to show. It's like that wasn't pushed that much. And it's like I want it to be a thing where it's like women, Black women, any color you are, we are together and we are one unit and we all gonna build each other up, you know? So I came out with that brand. I have merch. I have new merch coming soon.
Exciting.
Yes.
Big
and
2024
big
plan.
2024, you know, top of the year. And then the other thing that I am doing is I also wanted to do like in February, I'm like telling you T right now, but in February I wanted to pick one of like my supporters or whatever, and I wanted to like do a whole makeover for them. I'm talking about I'm paying for hair, nails, makeup, a shoot, everything.
I love that. That is so beautiful. Right? I love them videos. I be tearing up at them all the time when I see them. When people do the makeover.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
I know, because that's how I feel. I feel like I just want to give back to a woman and make her feel beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we work so hard and sometimes we're criticized so much, and I just feel like I just want to give a day where it's like, it's all about you. I am nobody. I am here to support you, you know, because that's something that I always do is I always like step down to make somebody, to build somebody up. That's always been me with my friendships, family, anything. And I feel like this is what I'm going into now. Like I just really want to go full throttle into BBDC and like push it. Like this is a womanhood. When you join this, it's a university. Like now we are, you know, what's the Q's and all? Like we are that.
Sororities,
yeah, we that,
girl.
You know. So
what's next for Lellies? The model, the actress, the host, the influencer, the content creator.
Man, anything entertainment. I am a vessel, and I'm here to do any and everything. I definitely want to go into acting. Hosting is like a big thing for me as well. I feel like I talk so much, so it's like, why not get into hosting? Because all you do is talk.
But you're good at it.
Thank you.
You're good at it.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not? Like, add it to the list. Like, that's, make the things that come natural to you, to be able to put a $sign and a value to that is like, it's a blessing.
Right.
You know you could talk.
Yeah.
Capitalize off it. Right. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right. And you know, I'm building my confidence because I'm still, you know what I'm saying, still working on myself, but like still building it. And I feel like in that I can just be myself, and I could just like show the world who Lellies is, like who I really am and like what I'm about. And that's kind of like what I want to do, any and everything. That's why
we see you, girl, and we receive it, okay?
Yes,
your followers, you got a strong following.
Yeah, no,
you got you a little army.
Let me tell you something. They are army, no lie.
They be riding for you.
Low key, they like the Barbs, but like a little nicer than them, because the Barbs is rough, but they go hard for me, and I go hard for them, every last one of them. Like that's why I do my wind down Wednesdays every Wednesday. But like we get into some things, and we are a community, and I'm so happy that like I built my own community before the show, and then people that do like me, they joined into it too, and they're like, I'm here and I'm ready for whatever you got going on. So it feels good to know that, and it feels good to just have people behind you like that.
That's such a beautiful thing, because you just radiate. You radiate that like natural positive energy, just like it's real.
Thank you.
You can feel it. It's genuine, and it is like straight from the heart. So I feel like it comes through in your content. Like I be watching your content, like laughing, like
really
this is a clown. Like
I am. I don't take nothing serious. Nothing.
Whatever video you just made, you was making something. I don't know. Overnight oats. I was like, can this girl be serious? For
yes.
Like 2 seconds. Like that's all I
can't.
Need. 2
but
seconds.
I think that's what they love about me, because I'm unorthodox. Like that's how I am. Nothing is like perfect, because you can't be perfect.
No.
Like people, they work so hard on being perfect, and that's why you stress. That's why you depressed. That's why you're going through things, because you're trying to be perfect in a world that's not perfect.
And it don't exist.
It don't exist. Just be you. Be you. Stay true. Be that bitch through and through. I always say
that's how you end that off. Okay?
Yes.
All I do is stack up and stay low. So all you need to know is I'm an icon. Yeah, don't